This is our second time incubating chicken eggs. We tried to quail several times, it just didn't work out, so back to the chicken eggs, and as you can see, we've got some fertile eggs. I gotta figure out something to do with the roosters, because the last batch of chicken eggs, we got a rooster in it. And I'm not sure what to do with them, so I'll have to figure that out. I don't know if I should cook them. It's kind of a lack of people actually looking for roosters, unfortunately. Now these particular eggs, they've been in here for 7 days now, and usually about the 5-day mark is when you can check and make sure they're fertile, and we're doing pretty good so far. I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. Now this day, of course, starts out like any other day. Get the shop all opened up and turned on. Go out and get all the watering done and all the little honeydew chores that I have to do every single morning, and get on with the projects of the day. I've had half of mine lately to just like completely remove this lawn and just, I don't know, grow strawberries or potatoes or something there. It just seems like a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of money, and a water bill and equipment purchasing, running maintenance cost and everything just to have a nice green lawn in the neighborhood. And I do like a nice green lawn, but lately it's seeming more and more pointless to me. I don't have a whole bunch of workspace up here, but you gotta make do with what you got, I guess. Get this tore off. There's no no simple way to do this, I'd imagine, for a plumber. This is a no-brainer, but I'm not a plumber. I struggle at most things like that. And the only reason I'm even really putting this on here, it didn't leak last night at all. So the only reason I'm really putting this on here is because this thing fit on there loose. It tightened all the way down to the nut, and it was still a little loose. And even though it didn't leak, I like it to sit right at 90 degrees. I don't want it sitting kind of cocked over to the side, and that's what it was doing. So that's my whole purpose for doing this. Go put it back together. Let's see if we can do this with one hand. now it's tightening up. There we go. I'm happy with that. I want to change this guy too because this is set. I don't know if you guys can see it there. I can't see it. The writing is too small, and I didn't put my glasses on this morning, so this pop-off valve is only set at like 120 psi, where this one is like 250 or 300. So I'm capable of running up to 200 psi out of this. And what happened, like yesterday, my regulator got kind of knocked out of whack while I had this all apart. Usually I run it at 110. Well, it went up to like 125 because it, it got turned while I was working on it, and it kept popping this valve off. So I got it turned back down to like 100. But and I rarely, if ever, run 200 psi out of this thing, but I do sometimes. So I guess I'm not going to replace that because I don't need it. I have my one up there. The only reason I put this one in here is because I had to plug this hole, and that's what I had that fit. So I'll probably just get a pipe plug and put it in there and do away with that thing, so then I can once again run 200 psi whenever I need to. We'll get this thrown back together. Not the best view, but it's what I got. What's holding us up here? It's just that guy. Really? There we go. Switch is kind of knocked out of whack a little bit. I think this whole thing bent a little bit. We'll save that fix for another day. This is not super fun doing without my glasses. I'm gonna have to make a point to go in and get those here in a minute. course, we got all this metric garbage. We're almost done. Hook this hose back up. That's the main hose that feeds the retractable reel over there. I know I say over there and you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but below my workbench I have a hose reel. This is always the fun part. Getting these all lined up, which they rarely ever line up right easily. And the fact that I can't see anything doesn't make it any better. Alright, need a light at the very least. What in the world is going on? There we go. Didn't realize the handle set up that high. Get in your way here for a minute. Come on, light. Where'd my screwdriver go? See if we can screw this up. Haha, get it? There we go, it's in there. There's the neighborhood dog bark all night and all day.
Alright, done. So that's what we got. It's back together. I'm not going to turn it on right now because it's so loud. But I'll be happy to test this soon. That's what I was talking about. It's like, I think the bracket bent. As you see, the switches kind of goobered up there. The gauge and everything fit, but I think that's bent a little bit. I'm not going to deal with that now, though. It'll work just fine this way. Okay, this job's done. Let's move on to the next.
Now today I'm headed down to my parents' house to not only pick up my barbecue I left last weekend, but also cut down a cherry tree for them that died about a year ago. I meant to film the cutting down of the tree, but I just didn't get around to it. We were all talking, having a good time, and I took my saw out, and after about 2.5 minutes the tree was down, the truck was loaded, and we were ready to go. As much as the current events of the world have us away from our loved ones, it's nice to have been able to see my parents twice in a 7-day period. I can't wait till this is all over so we can visit a lot more. So I just left my parents' house. I picked up my barbecue, which I left over there last weekend, and I cut down a tree for them, a cherry tree. So I got a truckload of big heavy barbecue and cherry wood right now, and time to head home and get on to some more projects. I waited to start recording till I got on a better road. God, the road out there is horrible. I'm a little worried I bent a rim on a pothole a few minutes ago, but we'll see that when I get home.
Now I got that cherry wood cut up for the most part. Bigger pieces will go in the pile for the smoker. Other pieces will go in the trash.
So I was asked by a viewer recently to get some video of the inside and outside of this coop. It's full of chickens now, so I'm not going to go inside, but you get the gist of how it's constructed. I've got 3 walls with the fence as the backing, and basically just a bunch of debris, a bunch of wood that I've collected over the years, fence boards, plywood, or whatever, just laying across the top for a roof, and it seems to work just fine. I'm not sure. I really got to do something in this room. This is the laundry room, and I've got the little like the workbench slash plant center window thing, you know, and it's a mess. There's a mess all over the floor. There's not much walking room in here. With this door open, it's not much better, but I need the cool air coming from in the house in here to be happy. So we're gonna start cleaning. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It just needs some organization, I guess. So I guess without further ado, let's get started. All right. Open this door. Some of this garbage outside. I feel like the best thing to do in a lot of cases like this is just to get stuff out and then reorganize it when you bring it in, I guess. Just moving those few things out was actually quite a bit of progress. At least now I can get to this drawer and put some stuff away in it. Off these hairy Roomba brushes. There's no real reason to have empty pots up there. Actually, this can go down here. You know, it's rather funny with, you know, all things being equal. I've been really enjoying my little plant frenzy I've been going through. But the funny thing is I don't have any clue what I'm doing. So it's kind of cool to learn at the same time. although can be very, very expensive. When you buy something and it just dies and blah blah yada yada. So yeah, but it's a good time. That's one of the reasons I want to get this area cleaned up, is so I just have more space for that kind of stuff. Most of these, there's a lot of tools here and stuff that I took out, used, didn't put away. It's kind of par for the course for me, at least. Just go up on that shelf. Seems like I quite commonly take stuff out with the, use it with the intent to put it away, then I don't. This is my new Japanese maple. Look at that. They're $72 for that little, what is it, a 2.5, 3 foot tall Japanese maple that really doesn't look healthy anyway. I want to save these so I can do a little bit of research on that, because I've never had one. I just kind of got the idea the other day that I wanted some kind of maple for the color out back, and that's what they had, so that's what I got. A lot of this stuff is just garbage. It just needs to go to the garbage. It's easy to use the dryer for like a catch-all here, but I should really get better at that. Get better at not doing that. I should. Alright everybody, it is, I think it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I turned the trail cam off today because I was moving about in the vicinity it was looking at. So now it's time to go turn it back on and head to bed. So as much as I wanted to fit my entire weekend into one video, I noticed this one's over 40 minutes long already, and I still have one day to go. So I'm going to split this up into 2 videos. I think the next one might be a little bit shorter, but I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a million, everybody. I have it tonight looking at the quail, just to make sure nothing's messing with them. I wonder if you can see the infrared lights. Oh yes you can. Alright everybody, we will see you tomorrow.